What's up, people? So shout out to the crew. Shout out to y'all for paying attention right now and also tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ray Grady. You know what I mean? So welcome to Alpha Nation. You know what I mean? Welcome to the Alpha Nation. We got my music for me, brother. We want the people to hear the music. I put time and effort into this, talking to the right producers. This been out for, I don't know, I'm putting this together for at least about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So let them hear the music. Let them hear the track. Let them see everything when they finally tune in to Alpha Nation. Yeah. Okay. Live. I didn't know what to do. I was like, give me that one right there. Producer sent that to me. I was like, give me that one right there. It's something where you just with your girl, with your family, you barbecuing, smoking your cigars, you grilling, or you just riding by yourself, chilling, looking at the lawn. If you live by the freeway, if you live by a busy street, you can always play that. You can always play that. Yeah. I ain't no rapper. So let me take these off, man. Welcome to Alpha Nation, man. It's your boy Ray Grady. Thank you for tuning in. This is my, this is mine right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a perfect time for everything. We good as far as, these messed up times that we living in right now. You know what I mean? COVID. We can't go nowhere. Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda pass. I know that's a little different and a little difficult to deal with, but rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, 43, I believe he was, battling cancer. So for a cat to actually film as many movies as he did, film, and that has endured a lot of pain, my hat goes off to the cat. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that we give our flowers while you're here. So that's what I like to do. I like to give people that I know, people that I respect, their flowers while we're here. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody that's had someone that was lost to cancer. I had an aunt, grandfather who was lost to colon cancer. I think it was stomach cancer. So, y'all, we already know. We already see the shirts. I won't say it, but forget cancer. You know what I mean? So now that we on it, right? Now that we on to that. So what does it mean to be an alpha male? Right? So I know I got a lot of questions with people like, well, what's an alpha male? What is that? This, that, and other. I'm like, listen, man, it's not what you think it is. This is what I think what it is to be an alpha male right now in today's time. Someone who's stern, who stand on the wall, defend others, who can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? Don't run off on your kids. Take care of your family. I'm not saying you're gonna be an angel. But step up to the plate, you know what I'm saying? And, everything that you do, mean what you say and say what you mean. Be bold with it, you know what I mean? You don't have to tell people you're not, you're less of a man if you're not an alpha. You know what I'm saying? All alpha is just stand up and be a man. You remember your uncles that would come over, your grandfather would come over, or you see him, and them dudes just chilling on their own, and they just having a good time, you know what I mean? And they, enjoy life. You seen what they have acquired. You see how many children they have brought into the world. You see they work, they living off their retirement money, and they just living life. They stand on what they stand on, and if you get offended, it's not a what do I want to call it? It's not to offend you. You know what I mean? Because I just think sometimes when people get this misconception that alpha is all dominant, we making women go get the groceries, and we being mean to women and cats that's not alpha males, and this is no bully type stuff. This is just regular. This is what we grew up in. This is what the country is always, alphas was like, hey, we're going to take over here and colonize. Sometimes, you're going to ruffle feathers, and sometimes you're not. So being a black man right now, saying you're an alpha, the first thing that they try to do is get that out the way. Like, what is alpha? Who are you to say that you're an alpha male? We don't know you. we didn't honor you. We didn't give you that title. So what makes you think you can be that? So I welcome all alphas. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what color you are. Right now, race is a big thing. We know what they're trying to do with the race, with the race card, because they really want uprising. They really want a rebellion. But I don't think right now, because we're living in these times where everything is PC. Everything has always been, don't offend the next person. It's not to offend you. We don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we as individuals. So if I'm on a platform such as right now on Alpha Nation, my objective is not to offend you. My objective is to enhance. If you say you're a man, it'll come up. It'll definitely show in your walk. Don't look back when you walk and keep looking. You know what I'm saying? Keep forward. Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? So I thought long and hard about it. So I've been repping the Alpha Male brand for at least over 7 years. But I've been an alpha over 30. Well, not 30, 20. We'll say 25. That's when I knew that being alpha. Sometimes you walking it alone. It's not a lot of cats because it's not. It's frowned upon for black men to say that they alpha males. It's really frowned upon for black men to say they're alpha males, and it's no point to discredit anyone that's not an alpha. It ain't about you. It's about strength. It's about being courageous right now. So that's what it is to me. That's what I took it as. I had to really think long and hard about it. And then I said, I got with the cats, got with my team, spoke with my team, and just said, this is what I need to do. I need to come up with my own, and let's do it. So I've been doing the Alpha Male Comedy Tour. Thank you to those who have supported the Alpha Male Comedy Tour. I first started it 2010. That was the first tour date down in Pachanga, down in Temecula here in California. And that's a very conservative Republicans. You know what I mean? So it was if they received it well, then I know everybody else will receive it well. So let's get into the show. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So I had to get it ready for see my index cards. I got my index cards right now because I want to make sure that this is what I do. This is what I do. I have to write it down when I do a show. Have to get my jokes together, get my thoughts together, get in a room and my little water or whatever, and just let the pen bleed. You know what I'm saying? Let whatever I feel go into my little device. I call it my little device. I've been having this pen for about 10 years, so it's a 10-year pen. So this is what I want to talk about. Men, should we step up to the plate if we know others are not going to do it for us? So what that means is when you step up to the plate and being a man, that means by any means necessary, you have people that are dependent on you, such as yourself, such as your children, such as your family, you know what I'm saying, your extended family, even, your girl, a lot of people are dissing black men right now. And, I said, well, I'll take that. Let me talk about it. Let me use my platform and just say, hey, all the brothers out here, if you're watching, if you find out who I am or whatever, this is not to discredit you. This is for you to say, hey, man, step up to the plate. I know you got children with other women, or if whatever, you and your wife or whatever, step up to the plate, G. It's okay to ask for help. Go to your elders, the elder men that can say, hey, man, you don't know everything. It's okay to ask for help. That doesn't mean you are less than a man because you don't have the answer. That doesn't mean that you have to, make yourself get in this cocoon because out of fear. Fear rules you. People don't know fear controls you. It controls a man. A man without a dream, a man without a goal in life, he's lost. You know what I'm saying? So most cats just run away from it. Go back to the baby mama situation. You laid down with this woman. Y'all had a child. Y'all not getting along. The first thing you should not do is get emotional, get your emotions out of whack. Always try to stay in the middle. I had to learn this. I'm only talking from experience. I had to learn how to do this. I didn't, it didn't come to me like whatever. I had to learn like, okay, what am I upset at? Am I upset that I don't have a job to take care of my baby? Or I don't have a job to take care of my baby, or I don't have a job to take care of my baby and take care of my girl, or my girl, my baby, as well as myself. What is it that I'm running for? Why do you feel like you don't have to call and check on your child because you and the woman is beefing? You know what I mean? Or she can't take no for an answer. She don't want you, but she don't want nobody else to want you, or vice versa. You got to step up to the plate. Whatever is thrown your way, deal with it. You know what I mean? Really deal with it. Think about the best thing for yourself, because I think once you bet on yourself, you always win. You know what I mean? You always try to do you try to do what you can with what you have. And if you don't have it, it's okay to recollect and say, okay, let me attack it from this side. And then don't forget to get counsel. And I'm not saying go to talk to a counselor, or you're not crazy. You can talk to, if you have a elder that you really respect as a man, and you think you respect his opinion, and you want to emulate how he handled his situation. If he's 65-year-old and you're a 25-year-old man, that's knowledge right there. You 25, he's 65. That's knowledge, G. I don't care what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing but knowledge. That's wisdom. That's everything. You know what I mean? Because this cat can help you. Because 25, you're not thinking you're going to be 65. You're just thinking about right now. I did it. Every man out here that's over 25 have done it. You know what I mean? So it's okay to say, hey, man, I need help with this right here. I need to, get myself in line with what I want for myself. What do I really want to do? I really want to achieve certain things. Mainly, I want to be a good family dude. Most people start off as good family guys, but then their feelings are hurt, and they don't know how to help someone else because they're dealing with their own inabilities to forgive and forget about it and say, okay, well, let me break the generational curse because my dad, I hear the old question where everybody keep talking about, oh man, my dad wasn't there. Hey, so what? You know what I'm saying? You still gotta walk the path. If he left out, he ran out on you, I have empathy for you, but at the end of the day, you gotta fulfill it. You make a new track. You blaze your own trail right now. You do it. You don't have to keep using that as an excuse. You don't. I did it. It's a lot of cats on here that's watching right now say, man, I understand, running from an issue because you don't have the answers. So you got to always be willing to step up to the plate. Stepping up to the plate is rough, man. When you're a man, I'm from Chicago. There's no jobs in Chicago right now. I think employment for African-American males is 51% unemployed. Those are polarizing figures. You know what I mean? Those are polarizing figures just for a cat to say, man, I got a daughter, I already have a son, or I have twins, or whatever it is, and then say, man, there's no jobs. So what do you say? What are you gifted at? That's always been my motto. Make your gift your job. Take whatever you gifted at, whatever your purpose. We got to find your purpose, not we. You got to find it. Look in the mirror, walk and talk, listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes music can give you that push, that extra push. When you hear music and your body it's a rhythm. And all life is a rhythm. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? When you get off balance, you're going to be off balance. No one's perfect. So it's okay to say, man, let me take a step back. Let me call my man David. Let me call my man Art. Let me call my man Country. I'm like, yo, OG, I'm dealing with this. How, if it's okay, if that guy respects you and you respect him. Because there's a lot of fools out there that give misguided information and he's not taking care of his situation. It just looks cool, for him to be sought after, and then he don't really have a plan for you, and then you chasing the carrot, and you don't even eat carrots. You don't even like veggies. You a protein dude. You don't even touch vegetables. You don't even touch them. You just following this clown because for whatever reason, and then you say, you make that decision that you were appointed to, and then you say, oh, I did this. Oh my goodness, this don't work. Now you stuck. Now you stuck with this situation. So all the brothers out here, man, black, white, Asian, Pacific Islander. I think those are like the Polynesian people, Hawaiian people, stuff like that. And the Indian cats. Step up to the plate, man. It's all right. Don't look at alpha. Don't look at saying you're an alpha male, which that's a derogative term. That's not what that means. Stepping up to the plate, not running from your mistakes. If you make the mistake, it's okay to say, man, I did that. Don't cast a stone. Don't cast just the stone and then hide your hand. That ain't what men do. If you throw it, say, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. But then get to you. Get to yourself like, man, I was really tripping. Go to your counselor, be like, look, elder, go to one. Hey, OG, look, man, I acted off of emotion. I couldn't do nothing with it, so I just reacted. You know what I'm saying? Life is a lot of times about reaction. It's really about reaction. So the word I learned how to do is, what I learned how to do is extract from myself. You know what I'm saying? And then being able to go out there and be like, okay, this is what I can do. I can really help myself. Did I say the word right? Extract? Well, whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But, and just step up to the plate, man. You can't, because it's going to be there. Nothing's going to pacify a man. It's not enough strip clubs. It's not enough liquor. It's not enough weed. Whatever your vice is, that issue is always going to be there. Always remember, alcohol is a depressant. Always remember that. So a cat that always constantly drink, if we look at everybody that's in the club, everybody drinking, everybody drunk. If you think about it, we like, dang, this club is jugging with a whole bunch of people who are depressed because they drink 24/7 or they drink 7 days a week. Now, some cats back in the day, they would, drink, but it wasn't out like it is now. They drink at home. You know what I mean? The old style beer. My dad, he didn't drink. I don't think he drank or whatever, but, he found a way to do, his daily struggles. He found a way to deal with them, and he didn't bring them home and take them out on his kids and his wife. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from that, and we can do the same thing. Also, I just think a lot of times you see a cat doing better than you, and you don't even know how to champion him. What is wrong with each other champion another man, another brother? We keep talking Black Lives Matter. We keep talking black, support black businesses. The first thing we got to do is, can we champion him? If he's the dude right now, because everybody has a season. Hell, it's Grady season right now. It's Alpha Nation season right now. Everybody has a season. So it's what you do with the season. And, once you recognize this is my time right now, you got to be fair to yourself, and you got to love yourself and say, okay, I got to push forward and, move the needle, be the flow, as Jay-Z would say, not walk with the flow, be the flow. You know what I'm saying? So can you champion another man? And just think about that statement for a minute. I sit back and I watch. I've been in the entertainment industry for 19 years now. Blessed, lucky, I'll say luck. You know what I mean? And a little bit of blessing too. So one thing I noticed was when some cat obtained a level of success, the other dude has this, not hatred, but it's almost like he's envious of him because, well, if he got it, how come I can't? It's just like some dude told me at one of my shows, he was like, I'm an alpha too. What makes you an alpha? I'm like, well, first of all, OG, I don't know you, but you shouldn't tell no dude you don't know why you an alpha and I'm not. When they do that? When did they do that? Why are you even telling me I'm not an alpha? Why are you telling me, a dude you don't know who you paid to see, that what makes you an alpha? I'm alpha too, you ain't the only one. So I was like, that don't make you an alpha, man. That makes you emotional. Hold your emotions, because I'm on stage talking about men shouldn't watch Sports Center on their stomach. You upset because I said it. So I'm talking about you. And if I offend you, it's not on purpose, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't have to go back and forth with you. I don't owe you that. I just, and he ended up walking away. I took pictures with his wife. I took pictures with his sisters. And he was just sitting there. I was like, you good, big dog? And I asked him for permission to take pictures with his aunt, his sister, and his wife. Most dudes will just take pictures, when you out there in the public eye, and a dude would just be like, a wife would come up and be like, "Can I take a picture?" Most cats don't even acknowledge the dude. I always, acknowledge the male. Like, "Yo, man, is it all right if I take a picture with your missus, big dog? Is it cool?" Right before, and she's right here. I let her get right here. Like, is it, you want to take a picture? Okay, cool. Then next, I'm just, hey, this is, hey, is it comfortable? Can I take a picture with her? Most of the time, dudes just want the respect. So I like to champion dudes. That's another way of me championing the cat. Now, as far as being successful, success is what you see. It's what you see. It's never what that other dude got, because that's his lane. That is his lane. That has nothing to do with you. What you can do is use it as inspiration, or you aspire to be him or be like him, or mimic his moves. I watch, me being a comic, right? I watch some more. That's not a man, that's a female. I watch Steve Harvey. I watch Kevin Hart. I watch Earthquake, Corey Holcomb. I watch a lot of cats build themselves, with just themselves, and hey man, I have something that's marketable. And then I watch other, actors, and Jeffrey Wright is my favorite actor. You know what I mean? I always told people, like, to me, it's all a matter of opinion. Like, Jeffrey Wright is probably the best actor out. Everybody go for the commercial success, and most people would say it's Will Smith, or some would say Denzel. But I would go for the dude he's an underdog. Jeffrey Wright he can sell a scene with his eyes. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of cats can't do that. A lot of cats can't be still in that moment when the camera's on them, and really just fulfill and get the action out, get those words out, do that scene, direct that scene. That's why people, follow the vegan gangster. I put everything I had into those characters. When I did the Jamaican character, when I did a lot of characters, the homeless cats. You know what I'm saying? So I learn from life. That's how I learn. But these are most of my material come from watching other dudes, make mistakes, or they trumping. He's like, oh man, he's getting busy over there. So I like that dude. You know what I mean? So when I mean by championing other cat, it's okay to, like, hey man, it's something small if you see a dude, like, dude, I call these shirts hussy shirts. Excuse me, I didn't mean to hit the mic. But I call these hussy shirts. You know why I call them hussy shirts? Because it's a joke that I do. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's different. I'm not a dress-up dude. I'm challenging myself. This has nothing to do with getting chicks. This don't have nothing to do with that. This is just cleaning up the image, because if I'm on national TV and I do a lot of swearing, I do a lot of, my voice is already powerful enough, and then I already don't smile with you. If I don't know you, and I'm like, what's up? How you feel after the first initial meet and greet? Hey, how you doing, man? Thank you. And then going back home. I don't know his name. He just know my name is Grady. But what I was able to do is I was able to watch and then say, okay, what makes him different? What makes him that guy? How did he walk around in that beguiling sense? What's the difference between somebody saying handsome and what's the other word? Sexy. I don't even like those crappy words. I just like, just be a man. I don't like about all that. You whatever the Lord made you, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when I see someone that's successful, and I say, man, I can't wait till I'm in his shoes. That's the goal. Can't wait till I'm in his shoes. I just want to be in that dude's shoes. And how many years you been doing it? And he might say 20. Hey man, how long you been doing it? How long you been doing it? It's all right to just watch and just say, okay, watch his moves. And then I watch some more. And I watch, like I said, the elders of stand-up. My favorite comic is not a black dude. It's Ron White. It's Louis Black. Then you got Red Fox. Then you got, I like OGs. I don't really like people that, they fit in. They don't fit in. That's why they're great. They didn't fit in. Mom's maybe she did not fit in. That's why she was great. Dick Gregory, he didn't fit in. That's why he was great. God bless the dead, Lenny Bruce. Before he even got to that situation, before he was even talking social commentary in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Pigmeat Markham, Godfrey Cambridge. I pay attention to stand-up comics, and then say, okay, when you got the D.L. Hughley's, you got the Steve Harveys, you got the Samore, you got the Earthquakes, you have the Cedric the Entertainers. When you watch Kevin Hart, When you watch even Kevin Hart, what he did when he gave me a situation over at LOL Network. Salute to Kevin Hart. I watched dude. I watched him for closely. I watched him for about I'll say about 5 years. Watched his moves, not mimic him, not emulate him, but watch his business sense. I watch him. Oh, okay, that's how he did that. Okay, he played this. He played that way. I would have did it this way, and then probably would have never got the success. You know what I'm saying? Or wasn't really mentally prepared to be successful, because success can always scare a person. Everybody might say, I want to win $1 million, or I can't wait to hit the lottery. And then what do you do when you get a $150 million check and you ain't never had no financial literacy courses? You never even talked about having a conversation or sit down with a financial advisor. You never even did that. You never even did that. So you're going to be broke 5 to 7 years. What would you say, DC? How long you be? 100 mil, 150 mil?
I've seen people go through that in less than a year.
Less than a year. And it's doable because you're playing catch up. You're not coming in and saying, hey, I'm already, straight. I can go in and do it this way. No, you're playing catch up. Most poor people play catch up. You buy all the crap clothes. You do all these things, right? And then you don't even have the smarts because you don't want to talk to a cat. Well, he got money, I got money. What makes you different to me? I can keep my money. Then you talking about, man, I had to sell the crib. I have no more assets. You know what I'm saying? So I think champion cats is a dope way to learn business. To that opens up the relationship. Because when you come in thinking you know everything, or you come in thinking I don't have to talk to someone. I don't need to do this. There's certain people that are truly professionals at saving money, being writers, being literary agents. A lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to say, hey man, he's successful in this, but I don't owe him nothing. He got a lot of people talking to him. What I need to talk to him for? He already got people in his face. That ain't. It's not alpha. It's not alpha. That's not what men do. Because and then you look at the cats who's bitter. You look at the cats who can't walk around here, who can't hold their head up because they too busy in their own self-hate, self-hurt. Because I can't champion another dude because I'm not where I want to be. I had to learn that. I had to really watch cats that understood being bitter. I seen it. I don't feel it, but I see it. So once I see it, I don't say nothing. I just say to myself, peep, how we gonna play this? Meaning, because it's three of me. It's Grady, it's Raymond, and it's Ray Ray. It's three of me up here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I tried to do. I always, if I see a cat with dope shoes on, or a dope shirt, a dope hat, a nice belt, it's okay to give him the compliment. Yo, man, that's dope, G. That's a dope pair of shoes you got on. Or who cut your hair? Or, people always try to find ways, they try to find the negative before, they already see the positive. So when you see those things, man, I think it helps you to honestly big them up. You don't have to bring a chariot for them, but you can just, just a little head nod, like, I see you, man. It's a dope outfit. Or, hey, sister, I see what you're doing with the business. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Let me know how I can support. And let's use the word support for a second. I hear these things out here in the universe, and these blessing circles where other nationalities been doing it for years. Now we're doing it. So let's just say the pot might be 400,000, and so it's this cat donates 1,200, and then 28 or 35 days, whatever, it's your turn, but the circle is 200 people or 20 people. That money accumulates, so every month somebody will, every 28 days, it falls on someone else, and then they have to donate a certain portion, put it back in the pot, and then let it keep going. It's cats right now that would feel like, all right, I just brought in a $21,000 check. $21,000 check. This how this how cats get in their feelings when they don't want to champion someone else. Man, I got mine. They got to get theirs. Even though you were the same one with your hand out, just like everybody else. Everybody want a better life. It's just, what do people really want to do? Do you really want to go at this thing as competition? It's okay to be competitive. being a man is competitive. You know, we see it in sports. We see it in, relationships and things like that. Oh, she likes me, but, he take care of her, but she really like me. It's competition. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's not a good way to live. You know what I mean? You can't sleep at night peaceful because you didn't want to see someone else do better than you. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, since everybody's on here, do we got any questions? Because I said this is what I'm going to do on Alpha Nation. I'm going to go to the chat room and let's just see who's involved or who made any questions or let's see. Let's do this right here. Let's do this right. Let's just see. Is the chat room up? Big dog? Let's see. I don't know. We finna see now. I don't know. Let's see what the chat room say, DC. What the chat room saying? What give me, put up on the screen or whatever. Let's see what we can answer some of these dope questions that people. Huh? Let's see. This is what I like. I like the questions. Every week, every Wednesday, I want everybody to have questions. What's this? Oh, and I'm sorry. I know people are really trying to figure out, it was just technical difficulties. So bear with me. Next week, we won't have that issue. We ain't going to have that issue next week. We ain't going to do that. What? Give me a question, DC. That's my man, DC, right there. Let's see. What you got, big dog? Pick a good one, too, though, because I like him. DC got them hard questions. What you... Woo, it seemed like the chat room pretty lit, huh?
Man, a lot of Ray hit the nail. You got a lot of fans.
Well, that's good then, man. That's a good thing. That's the purpose of this platform, Alpha Nation. I'm hopefully I'm doing well, and I hope not to disappoint anyone. You know what I'm saying? So give me one of the questions. Is there any questions? Let's see any questions. Everybody just giving a thumbs up? Really? How many questions we got? How many hit the nails we got up there, big dog? How many we got up there?
What's your thought on personal responsibility?
Personal responsibility. That goes back to stepping up to the plate. Boom. Personal responsibility. It's your prerogative to run away from it, but it's your prerogative to run towards it. And that's a fear. That could be a fear thing. I don't think that's a... We can talk about that all day. My personal responsibility, right? I have 3 sons. I have a granddaughter, okay? I have a mother that I take care of. 2 sisters that I would, do anything for, within my means. And I have myself, my sanity. So running away from personal responsibility, that goes back to what I said the first, the heading that I said. Stepping up to the plate. You got to. It's no way out of it. Only way you're going to be a coward is if you run away from it. So once you ran away from the situation, you're already at fault, because now you don't have, you can't problem solve. You have to analyze the situation, assess the situation, and then act on it. When I used to be in hazmat, and that was the first thing we had to do when we assess a situation was a chemical spill. We have to analyze, assess the situation, and then act. So we have to be proactive, and we have to really think. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We know the situation. Okay, now we got to extract right now. What do? We have to take all this clothes, take these hussy shirts off and all that type of stuff, and then put on real PPE and then go handle it. You know what I mean? Because it's life. Life goes like this. Life goes like this. Give me another question. Hope that answers your question. Who was that asked that question, DC? Do you know? Let's see.
All right, man.
That's my man.
Big country.
Big country. What big country said? Big country. Salute, big dog. Thank you. Give me another one. Let's see. We got a couple. We'll just do a couple more, then we get back to it. Give me a good one, DC. It's one up there.
So, Mr. Lyons asking, are you trying to get any films under your belt?
Mr. Lyons, thank you for that. I have a film right now out called Then There Was Joe. We shot in On Location in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's out right now on Amazon. Then there was Joe. Sitcom, stand-up guy. That's what I wrote personally. Film, definitely. I think that I am a believable character on film. I believe that. Because I think a lot of times you as the thespian, that's word for actor. So, Mr. Lyons. So, yeah. I have to tell him what it is. But, yeah, bro, film is dope, and you can reach audiences. And if you notice, movies touch you in a different way. I like romantic comedies. People don't know that. Like, you know, you see the alpha male and all that, but I like romantic comedies. I really like timepieces. I'm going to tell you a show that I watch now that I can't wait to work with him. I want to work with him. His name is Tom Hardy. He's doing the Al Capone film right now, right? But I seen him, and he was a very believable character in Lawless, right? It's about the Appalachian Mountains of moonshiners and all that. It's a dope piece. But yeah, man, film is definitely on, you know, my radar. Give me one more, DC. I don't know why my Nightshade. Is that early in the show, or is it, you know, give me something that somebody asks now? I know somebody had one now. Let's scroll down and let's see. Because I got to answer these questions, man. I want to make it interactive with y'all. I don't want Alpha Nation to be, you know, boring. Y'all listen and watch. I want to be able to answer people's questions. Real talk. So next week, when you tune in, 8 p.m.
Diamond's asking, what's your assessment of what's going on here in Chicago?
Dope. Home team. Diamond. The gang chiefs were thrown in prison. So that's what we call the head. So you have a snake. You cut the head off of a snake, the body goes everywhere. That's what happens in Chicago. And then go back to the jobs. And do they really want to see kids playing basketball and taking all these programs and baseball? When I was a kid, we had Jackie Robinson baseball league. I was on the Baltimore Orioles. I was not good at baseball, but my friends played. You know, I think turned out to be pretty cool. I was a shortstop. Left their sons. Stopped telling them that they believe in them. Kids are raising themselves. Children having children. You know, Tupac said it best. Babies having babies. You know what I'm saying? So when children raise themselves, and then mama and daddy leave the nest, they go out and try to pacify themselves with the alcohol or the drugs, and they can't come home. Now the child is basically the parent. The child is the leader in the home. So that's in any hood. That's in any urban community. That's in any urban city. Real, you know, that's easy. That's an easy question, Diamond, to answer. No jobs, parents left, and then the children are out of control because most of the parents want to be their children's friend. That's the reason. They want to be their children's friend. It's okay to buy Jordans, but then you have to teach them about doing homework. It's okay to buy the expensive clothing, and then they don't even teach them manners. Respect, yes sir, no sir, you know, things like that. Teach them, clean up after themselves, wash their line, wash the dishes, give them chores, because life is all about repetition. So if we see daddy working, hopefully it'll rub off on our children. Long as if it's in a single family home, we already know that child is, the percentage is high of the child not being successful. So once Chicago is a big gang city, it has a big gang culture, and the elders were taken. I believe it was the one I remember very, that was polarizing. It was 1995, and the indictment list came on in Chicago every April. So any cat that's paying attention to watching Alpha Nation right now, remember April. That's when the feds is coming through to do certain things. Okay, they're coming in to do certain things, and then you already know what's going to happen. Cases about to be brought up on them, and now they grabbing the uncles, they grabbing the big brothers, and they grabbing their dads. The best friends of their dads, the best friends of their uncle or their brother, and things like that, and then taking them and giving them football numbers, 35 years, 78 years, 80 years for possession or this and that. It's crazy. Now, I don't know if it is like that in Chicago as far as the marijuana. What you call them? What they call them? What's the word they call them? Distilleries? What they call them? Dispensaries, some with a D in it, some with a re, and then a D in it. So I said distillery, but that's prohibition. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about, right? Is one more. I like this. This is the last question I'm gonna ask.
All right, this is one.
Is that a recent one? Give me a recent one.
Oh, this is recent.
Come on.
What's good with you and Corey?
Nothing. Alpha Nation is what's going on with Ray, Grady, and Corey. Tune in, watch this. I know you like 5150. I love the dude. That's never going to change. And, I don't have any comment about that. All right, so, did that I'm trying to keep it, I got to stay on focus. But no, much success to Corey. It's just now, I'm glad it happened because it put a fire under my ass. And that's the only curse word I'm going to use. That put a fire to my ass to do my own. And that's what I'm going to say to that. Corey helped me get to this right here with passion, with extreme prejudice. Like, I'm only doing my stuff. Let me get my voice out now. You know what I mean? So 5150 is a brilliant brand. And, eventually one day we'll sit down and have talk like men, or we won't. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Is that cool? Yes, sir. All right, get back to focus. We got to always remember this. Focus, you can have blinders on, right? You can have blinders on in life. I like this little mic. It's got it's like an arm. It'll smack you. But anyway, having blinders on, right? Don't look back. When it's something that you aspire to do for yourself, don't look back, G. Don't do this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about no parachute, because if you see how many people that work 9 to 5s and they did everything they could, go to school, got good grades, and then now look what happened. So all this stuff is to me, it's a push button business. We can stop this. All right, we're gonna allow that. Stop that. Let's start this. Right. So if it's something that you want to do for yourself, a lot of people hate their jobs because they work with someone else. They work in a regular 9 to 5 and they're just miserable and all that type of stuff. You can ask people, like, you can see them. Like, I could look you in the face and be like, "Oh, you struggling with it? Why are you struggling? Like, can you believe in yourself?" I talked to my cousin last night, and I just said, look, G, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Let the business, your regular 9 to 5, sustain you, but that's not supposed to be the end all to be all. Go ahead and walk out on faith. I was scared to do it. I'm telling you. I had nothing. I'll tell you, when I left Chicago, I always wanted to work, right? When I first left Chicago, it was right before 9/11, right? My middle son was born, and I was doing telecommunications, and I just loved working. And then, from culinary school, graduated 94, went to culinary school. They would tell us, you're not going to be a chef until you put 20 years in. So you have to do country clubs, you have to do golf courses, you have to do 5-star restaurants, you have to go overseas. It was a lot at the time. I graduated in 94. I wasn't going to Bosnia. I wasn't going to Europe because, at that time, Milan, Italy, from my culinary school, that was the exchange program that they had for us to go over there. We go to Europe or go to Italy, not the UK, not Spain, Europe. All I'm thinking at the time, what was on TV, Rwanda was at civil war and Bosnia and Croatia was, at war. That's what I saw. That was the propaganda that I saw. And I was like, man, I love food, but I don't love it that much to go over here and learn this language and do all that type of stuff. So cool, no problem, stay here. And then one job, worked at McDonald's. I really learned a lot working at McDonald's. I really did. I learned about learning people's order, learning what people really want. I really did. So I could see old man Don come in, hey, that's a large decaf, 6 creams, 1 sugar. I already knew it. That helped me, you know what I'm saying, be focused and even remembering what I do as a stand-up comic. And then, you know, I just like working. That was the focus. I gotta go to work. So I didn't care if shoveling fish guts. I didn't care working at a bowling alley. Whatever that was really paying, you know, what I thought was decent money at that time. Minimum wage was like, you know, $6 or something like that, $7, $8, something like that. I don't know, probably was less than that, but I was always willing to go to work. So going to work is what I really like, right? And so I felt like, boom, here come this job. You get a new one. It don't last. You can't do nothing because you don't have enough seniority in it. And then you don't have enough seniority. Then when I got to hazmat, I didn't have seniority. I didn't know nothing about it, but I was the first one they put in them silos and putting you on a tripod and putting you in a silo of cornstarch. Let me tell you something. You put on a Tyvek suit and cornstarch, sugar, flour. When I was working at Kraft, you know, Kraft cheese, man, when I saw them put the antifreeze in the block Velveeta cheese, I was like, whoa. We had to go up there and clean out those pipes and stuff. I was the first one to get in there, but I just couldn't sustain employment. I had to stay focused, like something's going to give. And then comedy, you know, my barber did that. I love him to death for that. You know, I just went home and I walked on him, walked in the shop, gave him a hug, told him I thank you for saving my life. You know, he saved my life just by saying, giving me a haircut. I didn't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Because I had nothing, and I had a young son. I didn't save any bread, and then comedy jumped up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stay focused. Like, man, I'm about to leave the nest for real. So when I really left Chicago was 2006. Went to Atlanta, Georgia. I got cousins down there, but, you know, family only going to help you if they see you helping yourself. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you know, you become a dependent. If you're not bringing any revenue, you become a doggone dependent. So then what do I do here? I'm in Georgia. I'll work anywhere, right? But then that didn't work. Boom, go to New York. Got a call to go do New York. Boom, move to New York. Next thing you know, I couldn't get my foot in there. Went back to the crib for probably about a month. Went back to Chicago for about a month, right? Started doing cable again. You know, I used to be a cable installer for AT&T, Verizon, doing telephone for Ameritech, Illinois Bell, Verizon when they bought, you know, on the East Coast. And then when they came to Chicago, they bought AT&T, and then AT&T was the telephone service that we had. They bought out Ameritech. I said, man, Southwest Airlines is hiring. I went down to Southwest, right? This when you can go before the email, submissions or whatever. Go down there, do real good. Get the interview, boom, do real good. Get the second interview, bam. Usually when you get to the part where they give you your drug test, you pretty much good now. You know, once you get that, they gonna give you a drug test. You pretty much good for employment. You know what I'm saying? So get down there, do well, go take the test. Great. They sent me a letter, right? They sent me a letter. And I was hired. Guess what? I didn't get a start date. So what do I do? Where do I go with this? I'm looking, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm telling my mom, like, all right, mama, daddy, man, I'm gonna work on the ramp. I like to shout out to any cat that worked for the airport, any brand, any airlines, wherever. I respect you people. You know, I just don't like TSA because they mean, but whatever. And they took my toiletries. We'll talk about that another time. But my point is, I stayed focused. I didn't look back. So then when I said, you know what? Doggone it, I gotta go do something. Comedy. Next thing you know, that's saved. I was like, I bet. Left, came here. Never went back. I bet on myself. Went through the stress of making rent, with the stress of asking for stage time, trying not to befriend too many people. I was just trying to go anywhere to perform. I was just trying to do it all. Just perform, right? And then go back to Chicago and do an annual show. And man, let me tell you something. Because I stayed focused, I didn't look back. I wasn't afraid to jump off the cliff. That's what life is. When you by yourself, you trying to do the unconventional thing, you know, being an entertainer is an unconventional thing. building your own legacy. Whether you do beads, whether you make hats, you make microphones, screens, whatever your invention is, whatever your purpose, that's an unconventional job, because the people that are around you, that cocoon, 90% of those people are going to tell you it'll never work. It'll never work. So I'm living proof. I don't listen to you. I can't listen to you because you're afraid to bet on yourself. So what I look like listening to you for, and you ain't even focused. That's what I had to learn. So now you saying to yourself like, oh my goodness, this is what we gonna do. We good, big dog? Pen? Bet. That's, I mean, we got 10 more minutes? Salute. All right, so that's how I feel about that. So this is what I want to do, because I've been seeing the inquiries about the alpha male comedy tour hats, right? We go right here. So this one right here, shout out to the Steelers. This is yellow and black, pre-orders only. This is yellow and black. Yeah, since we're in LA, yeah, you already know these Laker colors. You already know. We got those. Chicago Bears. There we go. That's the blue and orange. And this right here is just for the working dude right here. This right here, this is probably my favorite hat. This is like my favorite design. I designed all of these myself. These are the Alpha Male Comedy Tour hats. You know, I wear them. I know y'all see me on Instagram and all that type of stuff. You know, you see on the channel. Look at that. Oh man, look right now. My team. You got the Dodgers. I only did this for them. So this is bright blue and white. So this is what I did for them. So this is those for them. Thanks, DC. Appreciate it, man. So that's me. Listen. This is all what I said. It's how you do that. I bet on myself. Gamble. You're gonna make mistakes. You get up. You stress. You're gonna get some gray hairs. You're gonna get a lot of no's before you get yes. But when you get a yes, not abuse it, but take it personal. Really take it and run with it. Don't look back. Don't worry about that. That'll catch up. The back will catch up. Or if it's too far for you, it'll stay back there. Don't worry about it. Don't try to revisit that. Just keep going, man. And that's what I did. Don't be afraid to take the real risk. The real risk is you. That's the risk. Everybody that gets out here and you don't like your job, fix it. Fix it. You can fix it, man. It's okay. It's all right. You know, everybody gonna say it's not. I grew up listening to it's a lot of Chiefs but not enough Indians. Okay, so you be the Indian for your own. So when your kids come, and then you could just pass some work. You could just be like, here, you run this, you run this, you run this. This is what you can do. Always bet on yourself. It's nothing wrong with saying I don't know. It's nothing wrong with it, G. I said to myself, as a black man, I'm never afraid to exceed my expectations. Alpha Nation been involved with my three people in my head, Ray, Raymond, and Grady, for quite some time. I had to take the risk. And I know this is going to outgrow me. So don't let your fear take over, because whatever you fear, your children is going to fear that. If you're afraid of the dark, one of your children is going to be afraid of the dark. If you're afraid to believe in self, one of your children is going to pick that up. So it's up to us as the leaders, and I'm talking to the men. It's up to you to lead. It's all right, man. Cry, get to yourself, but slow down on somebody owe you. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You owe yourself. And I just want to tell you this, man. Tune in next week. I thank y'all for rocking out with Ray Grady here on Alpha Nation, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. And I will see y'all next. We good? 5 minutes. There we go. See? I don't know. He back there. I can't even see him, but I can see his white hands, but he ain't white. He like, what are you, DC? You like Indian or something. I'm scared of him. He can do the rain dance. I don't mess with him. Yeah, that's my man there. You know, DC cool. But yeah, man, before you say no to someone else, say yes to yourself. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay to look at me. I'm putting on these husky shades and shirt and all this type of stuff. This is just to clean up the image of what they see of black men. of black comics. You know, they don't think that we can talk to white boys. We can talk to Asians. They don't think we can. I'm not no musician. It's just you talent. And people right now, from what I've learned, we're in the service industry. I'm on Instagram every day, and all you see is just products. We're all in the service industry right now. So it's okay to service someone. Look at me with the merch. Look at you guys that's tuning in to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You could be anywhere else in the world, but you here with Ray Grady. That's big. I remember I didn't even think about being able to have people to, hey, I'm coming to see this particular dude. This was a humbling experience for me putting this together. The other humbling experience was when I did my show, Ray Grady Live in Chicago. And when I tell you Valentine's weekend, every February, over 1,000 people come see Grady perform. Over 1,000. Tearjerker moments, things like that. And once my team outside with cameras like, yo, it's 13 degrees, and Grady got the block wrapped for people to come to see me. That was humbling, man. So I owe you guys a show. I know everybody waiting for me to come back to the crib and do the show. It'll definitely be there. You know, I got some surprises for it. Alpha Nation is the spot right now. You know what I mean? So tune in Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. on YouTube. I'm your boy Ray Grady. Alpha Nation.